So this is going to be a replay analysis for Beethoven Reborn. This is a Silver 2 player, I'm fairly sure. Relatively lackluster match history, if I'm honest. What I'm generally getting from a lot of your games, just on the surface level, is you die too much. 9 deaths, 8 deaths, 14 deaths, 11 deaths, 9 deaths. Some of these are rank flex, so blah 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 blah, whatever. I think you die probably a little bit too much. I'm just going to pick this 284 game. Seems kind of representative of the way that you play. We'll download it and then we'll jump in. One thing I'll talk about immediately off the bat is I'm okay with you playing the same champion over and over again. I think that's a good way to learn the game. Kha'Zix is not an easy champion to play to a very high skill level. Because you have to understand how isolation works, you have to understand your opportunities to jump in and get kills and get out. Maybe it might be a better idea for you to pick another champion to main. Potentially a tank jump champion. I recommend Ramus. It's the champion I play. Very mechanically simple. Not all that complicated. Some of the same still implications with Kha'Zix, but yeah. Anyway, we'll get into it. Common criticism I make in almost all of my games at the start: you're sitting in base 22 seconds. You haven't even bought your items. You need to buy your items before 15 seconds, and as soon as 15 seconds hit, you need to right click over here and you need to defend your jungle. You can't sit here and wait for 30 seconds till the game starts. You need to be out. I don't know how common Talisman start is. I don't think it's very common. I'll quickly alt tab and see. Whoops. Champions. Right. Whoops, jungle. Okay, Talisman actually is the primary one. I'm wrong there, so it's fine to pick up Talisman. I would have figured Hunter's Machete, seeing as you mainly target single champions, but I guess Kha'Zix just has mana issues, so Machete isn't all that beneficial. I mean, his Q's not that high, but I guess W and E are somewhat mana intensive, but so far so good. Okay. It doesn't look like you're resetting your attack animation. So what you want to do, so firstly, don't start in the brush here. You want to be right on top of the buff, because you're wasting like a second or so, right? As soon as the buff spawns, you want to start hitting it. I think something that you're doing here that's potentially problematic is you're not resetting your auto attack animation using your Q. So after you auto attack, you should immediately hit Q, attack it with the Q, and then you'll auto attack again after that. You want to interrupt the animation of your auto attack. This is a common thing. Lots of champions have this kind of mechanic where they can reset their auto attack, typically with a Q. Riven has animation cancelling with her Qs. I can't actually think at the top of my head of any champion. Kassadin with his W has a auto attack animation reset. So you really want to be auto attacking Q and then straight back into it. It doesn't look like you're doing that from what I can tell. Actually, I don't know if it resets Kha'Zix's auto attack animation, but you do want to auto attack, then Q, then auto attack. I know you have to do that on Kha'Zix. I don't play the champion, but so you're taking a long time to kill this buff. I think it's going to reset. Okay, this is something you need to understand about buffs. The thing at the top there, the red bar, as that starts to go down, you'll know that the camp is going to reset if you don't move it closer to its original starting position, okay? So you see at the top, this bar, I'm trying to think what the mechanic's called, I can't even remember. But you see how it's going red, red, and you haven't moved, it's going to reset. You can't have that happen. That's really, really bad. That's going to set your team behind a lot, and it's going to set you behind a lot. You end up having to take more damage, you wasted your smite. What I'd be doing is specifically going into... This is fine coming down, you want to get crab, this is all good. Go to wolves now. It's good you at least understand you want to kill the small camps first, so you get your isolation as quickly as possible. The smite here is fine. Transition over. Pause there for no reason, don't pause. Pausing randomly, we'll go to your red buff. Taking race isn't terrible, I'm okay with you doing this, but I think you want to get your red as soon as possible. The reason why is because you don't have refillable and you want the red passive for the regen. But I'm okay with you doing wraiths there. You're wasting a lot of time just walking around aimlessly. What are you doing? Start. Smite at the end is good. Alright, just back now, just back. This isn't worth the 40 gold. Alright. I don't know if picking up blue is the best thing. Maybe you want to go boots longsword here. Your early game, and you've still got red buff. I'd be jump... Wow, she's already level 6. That's actually a really quick level 6. But she had no mana, so I think you were fine to jump in there. Your team's not backing you up here. So you're just kind of walking in. And you're probably dead here, yeah. So, this is unfortunate, but... You have to analyze the situation, and you have to see that your Trist is low, your support has no mana, and you're being pinged. Sorry, Lux is pinging. Never mind. And you just completely miss your target. If you're gonna do this, you have to be good, and you have to flash over the brand E for the stun. And there are lots of creeps here as well, so this was just a bad play. You should have recognized that you couldn't fight these two. They would just turn on you. Alright, lots of just walking around aimlessly. You need to be committed to making a decision. So decide what you're going to do. You're taking lots of gaps. You need to be from one camp to another camp. No pauses. Just get in there and get out. Good you're picking up the fruit here. This is smart. Bit of a aggressive invade. I don't like this invade. I think you're too... I mean, you're not healthy enough to do this invade here. And the thing is, right, you have refillable pot at this point, or even earlier. You should be popping this refillable. Maybe you can kill a Mumu here if you have refillable. This is 250 health, right? That'll put you on 650 or something. Not right now, baby. Thank you. This refillable pot will put you on like 650 or so. Maybe you can get away with fighting here. But personally, I'm just backing here. It's too risky. You've just given over a kill for free. It's not ideal. So now when you respawn, what I want to see you do is immediately go over to your red. Right. Tarby's... I think buying boots 2 here is too soon. Okay, so boots 2, I mean upgrading boots instead of just getting standard boots. This is way too soon. And Tarby's against Brand, Lux, Amumu, they do have Garen, they do have Vayne. I don't think you should be building Tarby's here. I think if you get any boots, you get Mercury Treads, maybe even Mobies. I don't want to push you too far out of your comfort zone. Mobies are generally the best pick on Kha'Zix. I wouldn't be picking this into so much magic damage. You've taken very little physical damage, and I think you will take very little physical damage for the majority of the game. You are not going to be the one killing Garen, right? So instead of boots 2 here, get the cauliflower, the warhammer thing that upgrades this into the warrior enchant. That's a much better play. What you should be doing here, I'm not too sure what you're doing, but there are minions mid that you can take, and you should be looking to grab these minions. You may have seen Amumu go bot. You may know that he doesn't have his ultimate because he used it on you. But I think you're wasting time here. You're missing out on farm. You're behind. You want gold. Okay. You probably can't contest this given how the map currently is. If you're a good player, maybe you can. Okay. You have to know that when Brand fires out this E, you have to walk back this way so you don't get stunned by it. Because you're about to get stunned by this. Vayne will walk forward, she'll tumble, she'll stun you into the wall, and you're dead. You have to be able to dodge the skill shot. And you have to know, I'm not going to walk in this direction. Why are you walking up here? There are minions mid for you to take. Okay, there's 3 camps over here. Your red is the most important one for you to get at the moment. You have to look at your pathing. Once you see that bot lane's missing, you have to think to yourself, okay, where are they going to be critically? I think Amumu's doing dragon. I can see them here. As soon as you get sight, you have to walk in the opposite direction. Like, let's have a look at your actual vision here. Slow it down. Okay, as soon as you see this, you have to be careful. As soon as you see Brand here, you walk back up here. You cannot 3v1, especially seeing as you're 0-2-0. You just can't do it. Your bot, they're shoved into turret. Trist is half health. Alright, Amumu doesn't have ultimate, but this isn't a good position for you. Vayne's 30 CS up. Brand's got everything up. This is just going to be you dead, right? You need to walk back the other way. There you go, condemn into the wall, and you're dead. Pathing, man, you've got to look a lot at your pathing. In these situations, you just have to give up the buff. What you should have done here is you should have just cleared this side of the jungle, maybe try and get an invade, try and get these camps. This is a really small point, and it's not going to make a huge difference, but it's just for your knowledge. Don't use smite early on red camp. When you smite red, you'll get a heal from it, and the heal is based, I think, on missing health, as well as the smite heal itself. You want to smite red when it's about to die, because that's when you'll be on your lowest health, and that's when you'll regenerate the most. I think that's how red works. That's how it used to work. Let me have a look if it's still the case. Can I highlight over this and see? Okay, it won't show me. I'm fairly sure red still works that way, that you get a bigger heal from smiting it. Maybe I'm wrong, maybe they changed that, but I'd like to see you smite at the end instead of smiting at the beginning, because you're missing out on the effective heal of smite. Going for the gank here is fine. I think you just press R in this brush, walk up, and then you can kill her. I don't know why you're leaving here. This doesn't make sense. I'm not seeing you pinging or anything like that. You can press R here, jump in, kill Amumu, and then jump out. Okay, that's good. You shouldn't flash here. I think you're absolutely fine in that position. You don't need a flash. Let's rewatch it. I think you're too... You can save your flash here, right? Here's why I think you're fine. Garen doesn't have ultimate. You don't necessarily know that, but you could probably guess that he's not going to be able to 100-0 you. Maybe wrong, but you've got a mushroom here. I'd be walking over the mushroom and thinking to myself, I'm probably okay. If you do flash, you can wait. You can just wait a few seconds. He's not going to be able to silence you, spin, and then kill you before you can get away. Alright, I know it's Garen, I know he's got 3 levels on top of you. You are the villain, so he's going to do true damage, but I think you're a little bit too defensive with this flash, so to speak. I'm fine with you killing this camp. Smite it. Here's what you do. You smite this now, and then you go and walk top. Teemo's not up for another 2 seconds. Garen's shoving. You're going to have minions here that you want to eat. Right? It's not worth giving up the 60 gold here from the rest of the camp. Once you kill these 2 minions, the camp resets. The rest of the Krugs will disappear after like 10 or 15 seconds or whatever. So you don't need to clear the entirety of the camp. It's not the same as Race, where you have to kill all of them for the whole camp to respawn. These ones, it's just the 2 big ones. Or the 2 bigger ones. So kill this. I'd be smiting that. I'd be walking up here. Look at how many minions you're giving up. 1, 2, 3, 4, and a cannon. This is like 140 gold plus the XP. Just to kill 10 to get 60 gold here. These only give 10 gold, right? So 60 gold, and you're giving up damage here on the turret. You're just giving over damage to Garen. Giving over gold to Garen, sorry, and you're also letting your minions be shoved in. Just pick up this creep. This is fine. How much gold are you on? 1100. Back, pick up cauliflower, kick, and a longsword. Since cats... okay, Amumu shows on the map, so you're free to come down and get the Scuttler. This is really important for you to get, because it's 140 gold. It's a lot of XP. You're behind the curve at the moment. You're like the lowest level in the game, apart from your bot lane. You know, you're a level behind Amumu. Pick up this right now. You're wasting time. Hit the crab. There's no reason for you to be delaying here. You saw Amumu on the other side. Garen's not going to leave top. Since Lux is Mia, I'm probably smiting there, but it's not the end of the world if you don't. Kill this, reset with your Q. And then probably go Wraiths here, or you can push out mid. Bot's fighting. You might want to run down here, but seeing as Lux is mid, might be best just to hold. Looks like Cat might be able to pick up the kills. She played it incorrectly. Right, again, you're going to clear camps when mid's pushed. This is what, 60, 70, 80 gold at this current moment in time? And the XP? This camp isn't going anywhere. There's no turret killing this camp. You're just giving up gold here. Gold and XP. You can kill the minions mid and then come down bot. And come down to your wall, sorry. Always be thinking about the lanes. Again, you don't know what decision to make. Instantly want to be jumping on that blue buff. Instantly want to be killing it as quickly as possible. Be decisive. Still walking around, no real idea what to do. What's the ward situation like? Okay, yeah. You're sitting on a lot of gold now as well. You're on 1800 gold. And you're kind of running around aimlessly. If you want to clear this camp, do it now. Jump over. You shouldn't be hanging around mid on this much gold, especially when you're behind, because you're even more behind than everyone else. No one else has over 1,000 gold. You're on 2,000 gold right now. It's too much for you to be out in the field with that much gold. Okay, finally you back. Pick up cauliflower. Alright, good. This isn't bad.
Red team's turret has been destroyed.
Go mid immediately. As soon as you see Herald, you have to go mid. When they put down Herald here, you have to defend against it. You're wasting time here. You're giving up pressure. Okay, I'm fine with you going for that kill because you got 1k gold. You shouldn't path this way. You need to path up this way. Because this Herald, again, you're just giving up this. Getting 1k gold here is really strong for you. You can turn the game now because you've got a lot of gold. Actually, it's not even that incredible. Amumu's still got more gold than you. I don't know what you're doing right now. You can't contest this. There's 3 here. Teemo's going top. I think you just back and let this go. You're still on gold. You don't have good vision. I mean, here, do you need to... why are you flashing here? Why don't you just E away? You've got E, right? There's no need to... this... Look at this, right? E. Sorry, E. 16.95 second cooldown. 17 second cooldown. 50 mana. F. 300 second cooldown. Just use your E next time. There's no need for you to flash away here. As soon as Garen gets here, walks up to you, as soon as he flashes, you just E away. You don't need to be quick on the flash, just press E. You'll be fine. I think you're hanging around here for no real good reason. They've got full vision of you. This is really dangerous. You're face checking into a jungle. Too aggressive. If you're going to make that play, you walk up, you smite it. Jump over the wall, dude. Do you not know what your E does? You know your E's a leap, right? Walk up here. On that auto attack, you should be in this part of the brush. You smite it, you walk over here, you either press the blast cone or you E over the wall. Safe, you've stolen red buff. Instead, you watch Vayne take red buff. You path around here for whatever reason. She gets damage on you. You panic, you don't know what to do. You should instantly be Eing over this wall. And you'll probably live. Too aggressive in the wrong positions. And you're not playing the aggression right. I think if you're going to play Kha'Zix, what I would recommend is going to op.gg and watching a Kha'Zix player from Korea and seeing how they play Kha'Zix and seeing the pathing that they take, the way they use their spells, how quickly they clear, what buttons they're pressing. You can even go to the top replays of Kha'Zix players on EU West and do exactly the same thing. You'll see that they reset with Q. You'll see that they're very, very deliberate in the way that they gank. I don't think you've pressed R once this game. You need to be pressing R. Go invisible when you were here. You kill Lux maybe. You're sitting in this brush. I don't know what you're doing. This is being pushed in. You need to walk around here. Trist is coming down. I think you jumped too early.
Red team's turret has been destroyed.
Quite a bit of inting. Quite a bit of inting. Mechanically, I just think you're not very sharp on Kha'Zix. And I think you need to play a little bit. You need to know when to be aggressive. That's hard for me to explain, how to be aggressive and when to be aggressive. This is something you'll learn after enough games, after you play more. I might even say to you, stay out of ranked for a bit. You're Silver 2 right now. I don't know too much about like lower rankings. What I've seen here, I don't think you're a Silver 2 player. I think you're probably closer to Bronze, right? That sounds really offensive, right? But it seems like you haven't played the game for a huge amount of time. That's fine. I've got thousands of hours in this game. I'm gonna be better naturally, right? So yeah, I'm definitely, if I'm in your boots, I'm going to op.gg. I'll do it for you now. I'll show you exactly what you do, right? Because I think that there are some macro decision-making things that go wrong here, and there are some micro decision-making things when it comes to Kha'Zix. So look, let me just bring over Kha'Zix for you real quick. I'll go into full screen. Here's what you do. Kha'Zix, we'll just stick to EU West, make it real simple, okay? EU West, Kha'Zix Masters. You got all these accounts. Spam, car, pat, spam. This is probably the best person for you to look at, alright? This guy's Master. He's got 58% win rate in preseason, 74 games played. Right? Just take this guy's name like this. Open up the client. Search his name. Match history. Go and look at a game that he won, but it doesn't even matter because you just want to see how he does in the initial part of the game so you can match it. I'm probably picking maybe this game. It's probably a good game. 838. You notice sometimes he builds Tarbis, sometimes he also builds Merc Treads. So he's got Merc Treads in that game, he's got Merc Treads in that game, Tarbis in that game, Merc Treads, Merc Treads, Merc Treads, Merc Treads. Merc Treads generally preferable on Kha'Zix. You don't expect to be taking too much physical damage. You want to avoid CC as much as possible. Merc Treads help you with that. Magic spells, you're more likely to get hit by spells than auto attacks. So I'd be coming to this guy's page, even this game where he lost 11-9-3. And you'll notice something on this account, on every single Kha'Zix game that he's played. He's got red trinket. He's sweeping. I guarantee you I'll look at these games. Let's have a look at a game, say this one, 11, 12, 11, 9. I wouldn't be surprised if he bought a couple of pink wards as well. Let's have a look. Graphs. Control wards purchased. He purchased 8 control wards this game. 8 control wards. That's more than his mid, his top, and his AD carry, I guess Yasuo must have been bought, combined. Right? You want to be building pinks on Kha'Zix. You want to be limiting vision as much as possible. Kha'Zix is like a very complicated meta concept champion. He's macro play orientated as well as micro. So what I mean by macro is you need to be very sensible about your avenues of attack, isolating people, finding them, cutting out vision, and getting a lot of kills. That's how Kha'Zix excels. He's not a bad farmer, but he's about being an oppressive killer. He's about saying, I want you to be scared if you leave your turret that I'm going to come and gank you. So I'd watch this guy. Just go onto his page, click download, and just hit this button, and just go and watch him. Just go and watch how he plays. Go and watch and see what he does. This guy's probably one of the best Kha'Zix players in the world, right? You'll get up to his level if you watch him. You know, this kind of thing you can do, you know, just while like you're eating dinner or something. Just sit here and just watch this guy play Kha'Zix. You don't have to watch it like all of it. I'd say watch the first 5-10 minutes, see how he sets up ganks, see how he plays mechanically, all those things. We'll quickly watch it now, and I can kind of show you what he does and how it's different to what you do. He's on top side as well, I think. Yeah, he's on top side, so you'll see how he starts. He probably starts red. I'm guessing he'll start red here, but you don't have to do that. I would say to you, still start blue side when you're at a low relo, because it's unlikely your top lane is going to give you a fantastic leash. It's uncommon. There are differences of elos that make issues. So you notice what he did as soon as the game started. He's instantly out of base. You were still in base at 34 seconds. He's out in base. Look, his team's setting up an invade already. They're actually a bit slow on the invade, but whatever. You also notice he hasn't leveled up a skill yet. He doesn't know what he's going to get. He won't level up until he absolutely needs to level up something. Now he gets it at 1 minute 25, 5 seconds before the buff spawns. Still a little bit too soon, but whatever. Look, you'll see auto attack Q. See how he does that? Look, let's go slow motion. Auto attack Q. Auto attack. Get used to doing this. And he'll do it one more time. Ready? Auto attack Q. Auto attack. Real simple. You probably won't take this route. Stick to the blue route. That's fine for now. But red buff is very, very strong on Kha'Zix. But let's see how he sets up his first kills. I just want to see like basically how he paths. So this is a common high elo route to clear out topside. He actually gives over first blood because he gets counter ganked by Gragas there, and that's a bit unfortunate. Comes down for bot crab. Puts a real deep ward in. Blue Gromp. Wolves. Puts a pink down. See how he's already got a pink? It's only 5 minutes into the game and he's already got a pink ward. He's got the speed shrine. He's hanging around. He's being aggressive. He'll kill off this ward. So yeah, I'd go and watch this guy play. And he'll essentially show you how to effectively play Kha'Zix. Thanks for watching, buddy. I hope this was useful. I'd say stick to normals for a little bit. Definitely watch better Kha'Zix players, see how they play, and be very decisive in decisions you make. I noticed a lot in your gameplay. You were like hanging around, you were walking backwards and forwards, you weren't too sure what you're doing. It's like almost you're AFKing. Time is of the essence. You have to be time efficient, okay? So always be thinking, what do I want to do, and be decisive about it. Thanks for watching, buddy. Take care.